Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Got another episode of Technobabylon in here. Oh, I can't move. Oh, I don't walk with WASD. Whew. It's been a long work week. I'm still a bit sick. My voice is back to normal, coughing a bit. My brain is all over the place. I'm leaving for Tokyo to visit my friend tomorrow, but I have enough time to fit in an episode or two of recording, hopefully. So, let's get on into it. We're back in the past. I don't know who we are. You're just, like, chattering away to yourself over there. I assume we're Charlie. Let's see. Oh, maybe we're her, because when you hover over her, no name shows up. Oh, we are. Okay, good. Can't remember.
Looks like the engineered nerve tissue is as robust as we'd hoped. Self-maintenance. That's the big benefit of organic hardware.
Cannot remember your name. An optical microscope. Might not be cutting edge, but sometimes it's just the right tool for the job. You don't always care for Dr. Jiang's sense of humor. Charlie's been through an awful lot since he left his home country. I don't know if you can hear in the background, my boyfriend bought bell crickets and they're singing a song.
I'll just get back to the decompiling.
Okay. Over the past few weeks, you've gotten to know Dr. Chigua very well. You can understand why some might find her a little abrasive, but it's nice to work with someone so practical.
Can it wait? I'm in the middle of dissecting Dr. Vargas's brain. With the fMRI scanner, of course.
Okay, of course, with the scanner. Dr. Vargas is apparently the one having his brain activity mapped today. It's your turn next week. Ugh,
Dr. Vargas?
I'm here, my dear.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Roadman 9 and 46.
Dr. Chigua is mapping my brain activity. In many ways, our product will share more in common with us than other computer platforms.
Intermittent rostrocaudal axis patterns. Tell me, what do you think would be the best manner to train such an AI?
I can see whenever the crickets chirp that the microphone jumps way up. I might go move them into the bathroom in a minute so they can't be heard. Your question, naturally, quickly,
Naturally. It can handle abstractions better than conventional AI. Plus, we have millennia of experience and tradition when it comes to education.
I somewhat agree with you. Do you hear that, Gwen?
Mm-hmm.
Though Dr. Chigua agrees that conventional programming is impossible, she is considering the possibility of imprinting existing mind states within the platform.
Quick for the AI, but utilizing a person's natural experience?
Though it may not be my philosophical ideal, it is an intriguing experiment.
Interesting.
It is good to be working with you again, Dr. Pereira. I mean, Dr. Regis. Congratulations again on the wedding.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's been too long. This was quite tempting. I didn't think you want me. It's been too long?
It's been too long since Buenos Aires, Eduardo.
You were my brightest student, Viksha.
Viksha, that was
I
her
felt so conflicted when you were awarded that field position.
That feels like so long ago. I was ready for something more sedentary. And this project, it's like nothing else I've ever worked on before. It's groundbreaking, the next big step in artificial intelligence.
You must have made some friends. No, you found quite a team.
You've gathered quite an unconventional team for this project.
That is a very tactful way of putting it. I wished for experts who might have a different perspective on matters.
Smart. Otherwise, the AI we built would be just like any other.
I am afraid that we have hit an obstacle. Though we have a solid theoretical groundwork, we cannot proceed.
Why not? We've built a gene map for the organic processors. Get Charlie or Dr. Chigua to run it through a flash clone.
Alas, that is where our problem lies.
So many words.
Our plans depend upon the development of neural tissue. The flash clones develop with none for legal and ethical reasons.
We have an option. What are you going to say? Run a simulation? We have an
There
option.
might be another option. Nina gave me the idea. We need normal embryos to engineer, not the flash clones, right?
That is our
Going to
problem.
volunteer your
The council will not be
eggs?
able to provide them quickly enough.
Well, Charlie and I have been trying for kids. As a result, we have several fertilized embryos frozen.
Viksha, I hope you are saying what I think.
We could, perhaps, donate.
You do not know what this could mean to us.
Aw.
You have saved us, Viksha. In a way, you may yet be the surrogate mother of the central AI.
Whoa, big spike in activity there.
You think Charlie will be okay with that?
Hey, he spent years modifying embryos himself. I'm sure he'll be all right.
Interesting. I wonder if I could have changed that so I never offered that. Love this music. I actually really don't like the song. Is this?
You got in?
Yeah,
this
now to
copyright?
find out who our mysterious benefactor is.
I hope
Good
not.
luck. I'll keep the car moving. Hopefully, Central won't start asking too many questions.
Copy that. Regis out.
Are you Dr. Regis?
Yes, you must be the welcoming committee.
They're waiting for you upstairs. Hold on, gotta search you first.
Okay.
If that's what it takes.
What's this guy on the left? Is he wearing a mask?
One cell issue charge pistol. It will be kept safely for you until business is concluded.
Gee, thanks.
You may proceed upstairs.
I don't know if this song
Oh,
is.
Lord.
Uh-oh.
Nina, you're the
Copyright
one
or
I've
not?
been talking to?
You made it at last, Charlie. How are you?
If I'd known it was you in my head, I'd never have agreed to come.
Now, Charlie, that's not fair. Let's put the past behind us. What happened to Vicky affected us all.
You've got some nerve. If you think...
In fact, the reason I've invited you is to help fix mistakes arising from the project.
What do you mean?
Allow me to introduce everyone here. Councilman Dean,
Good evening, Dr. Regis.
Ran Schumann,
You don't look like much.
Imogen Natalia Revilla Quintanilla de Flores,
Charmed, I'm sure.
Mouthful.
and I believe you've already spoken to Mr. Stepford here.
Oh my, yes.
All of us are here because of a common cause, the removal of Central.
What? I mean, you can't just...
It's a difficult proposition, and we need the help of someone like yourself. In exchange, we have the means to assist you with your personal crisis.
You've always dreamed big, haven't you, Nina?
We know exactly where your offspring are. Don't dismiss us outright. We can help each other, Charlie. Listen to what we have to say.
I'm gonna. Can I. Settings. Can I mute the music? I don't know if this is copywritten music or not. Oh, I can't. Alright, give me 1 minute. Text flow. I've never actually looked at this before. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna go move the bugs because I keep seeing the microphone spike as they chirp. So 1 second, I'll be right back. Hey, okay, back. Move the bugs to the bathroom. Checked if Moonlight Sonata is copywritten, and it is not, so we are free to continue with the music. Said particular performances might be, but this doesn't sound like anything out of the ordinary, so should be good. Alright. Adjust my headphones. Feel weird. Okay, back to this. So, did you plan this whole thing, Nina? Interesting. Okay. So, what's in our inventory? Still the CI splitter. Traveler. Okay, so let's see what's up. The guard's uniform appearance serves to heighten their intimidating nature. Some would describe her appearance as professionally designed. You have a suspicion Lau would call it over-engineered. Ran Schumann, is that how they pronounce her name? Reminds you of a textbook example of the business oligarch, the kind that ran your own homeland into the ground for their own gain before fleeing to various tax havens when the war broke out. Stepford's appearance screams Uncanny Valley to you. Maybe it's the eyes. Excuse me. Nina wears her age well, like a statement of fashion. Apparently the last 20 years have been better to her than yourself. So does she still want the embryos? Their eggs? His and his wife's? Sorry, there's a really heavy rain today, a possible typhoon. My phone keeps going off with alerts of landslides and flooding in the area, so if you hear an alert, and I don't look too concerned, but I glance at my phone, it's probably that. I'm not sure how much it's picking up or how loud it is, though. The waiter walks unsteadily, like every step puts him in a great deal of pain. You'd have thought that someone carrying trays would need a great deal more coordination. Councilman Dean. You want to be able to suspect everyone equally, but every time you look at Dean, his warm demeanor starts to soften you. That must be the trick to politics. The bodyguard's uniform appearance serves to heighten their intimidating nature. Okay. I guess let's talk to... Alright, so I was right-clicking on everyone. I'm going to left-click now. See if I can talk to people. Though obscured by his dark glasses, you can tell that the guard is staring right through you. Apparently, conversation is not his priority. Waiter? Question mark. Oh, my mouse disappeared. That was weird. Okay.
Hey, you alright?
He stares at you, and you feel a strange mix of fear and contempt within his glare. You realize to your horror that you've seen these eyes before, only a few days earlier. Is that the bomber guy?
Everyone, take cover!
What? Oh, you got behind the table.
Is
okay.
anyone hurt?
I thought you
Trap! You tried to kill us! Guards!
Shut up, Ron. You're still alive, aren't you?
Oh
It
my
appears
God.
that poor Imogen is the only one injured.
Oh, I thought Charlie died.
I'm sorry. She's dead.
I knew it! You tried to kill me! All of you! Calm down, Ron. You don't know who was behind this.
Actually, he has a point. All those who knew about this meeting are in this room.
Except, of course, for Charlie.
He only joined us at the last moment. Dr. Regis, will you lend us your skill as an investigator?
It's like one of those.
You find who tried to kill me!
Do this for us, Charlie, and we'll give you everything. We can tell you who has your kids and exactly where he is.
Fine. Just remember, I'm not doing this for your sake. Someone here almost killed me as well.
Thank you anyway, Charlie.
New case to open. Attempted murder times 5. It's like one of those wasp. What is that Agatha Christie book called? I only know it from the Doctor Who episode, though. Unicorn and the Wasp. You're trying to find out who tried to kill and who killed, and everyone seems guilty. I can't believe that guy. Okay, very shocked. The blast has apparently spared her expensively engineered beauty, though not her life. You wonder if this detail might have been of some comfort to her. Can I take anything from her? You can't find anything on her body that isn't an item of fashion. Okay.
Mr. Ron.
What do you want?
Such a stereotypical accent.
I've started my investigation.
You find who tried to kill me.
Who tried to kill all of us, Mr. Ron?
Yeah.
This
just
city
you.
dangerous. Police do lousy job.
Can you recall anything suspicious?
No, stop asking stupid questions.
What's your part in this conspiracy?
Dr. John wants to capture biggest AI in the world. It's going to take enormous memory and processor.
And you're going to furnish her with these?
With all the capital she need, money, guns, labor.
Excuse me. Was it Nina who hacked Cell then, I wonder? Because remember, Cell was shut down for quite a while. I wonder if it was her. Or maybe this group, at least, that shut it down.
It sounds like you're on board with her plan. What do you get out of it?
Newton is lousy place to do business, Regis.
You reckon it's Central's fault?
Central watches too close.
You can't bribe anyone, you mean?
Exactly. Can't make things work.
Sometimes it's nice not to have a government driven by the wealthy.
We will control New Central. It's a great opportunity for us.
Let's see your background.
You're one of the richest men in Greater Han, aren't you?
Damn straight.
What are you doing here?
I like this restaurant. I suggest it.
No, I mean, why in person? At this meeting?
That is how we always do it. Cannot trust anyone else. Other people stupid. If too many people know, then Central will find out.
What sort of business do you run?
Some of everything. Factory, guns, biochem, industry farming.
A hands-on manager there too?
Hell no. Give that job to cousins. You ever see Han? Is lousy country. Everything poisoned. Sky is black.
Maybe it's all those factories you're running.
Alright, let's ask about Gil since he's
Did you know
dead.
Gil Vanderwall?
Sure, everyone here know Jill.
Jill.
We work together. He have connections everywhere.
He was a middleman for criminals.
Exactly. Any specialist he could find. Even mindjackers, Dr. Regis.
What do you know about Gil's links to the Mindjacker?
Vanderwall set people up with specialist talent, famous for it. In this case, a third party needed a mindjacker. He fixed that up for them, got the best.
But eventually, he discovered something that made him regret introducing them?
He found what the client's plans were in the long run. If they succeed, our plan to remove Central will fail.
So he tried to stop the Mindjacker.
Exactly. Took the memory module he was using to store minds of his targets.
And it cost him his life.
Pity he's working against us. Good mindjackers are hard to find.
Who hired the Mindjacker from Vanderwall?
Like everything else, information is not free, Regis.
What do you think of Dr. Zhang?
She's very clever. She know what she's doing.
What does she
I worked with her in the
want?
past. I guarantee the only ones she's looking out for are her and her plans.
So, that's how to get ahead. Cooperation happen when we want same thing. I want Central gone. She wants Central gone.
Don't say I didn't warn you. I'll get back to you.
Stop wasting my time.
That's a lot of dialogue, and that was only one person. Alright. On to Stepford. You look creepy, just this little pixelated image of yourself. I can go downstairs. I saw that before, but didn't quite click. Oh. A chiller lined with wine bottles stands by the window. Can I take anything from it? The bottles in the cooler are no more than a mess of glass shards and spilled liquor. Okay, let's talk
Mr.
to
Stepford, can I have a moment?
Oh my, yes.
Didn't think I would ever see you again, Stepford.
I've started my investigation of the bombing.
Oh my, yes? I can assure you I had no part in this terrible tragedy.
Oh my
I hear that a lot.
In fact, my core programming prevents me from harming a human being.
Huh, a synthetic. I guess you'd be the only one leaving lubricant oil instead of DNA evidence.
Oh
Oh my, no, Dr. Regis. My outer dermis is organic tissue. It's top of the line, patterned from my creator, Dr. Arthur Stepford.
Huh. I've been learning a lot about synths these past few days. So, you have DNA?
Oh my,
Indeed,
yes.
it's delightful skin, don't you think?
Sure.
I go to great pains to keep it moisturized.
I don't know why that creep makes you feel so creeped out. Let's do your background.
You're not just a synthetic salesman, are you?
Oh my, no, not this particular platform, certainly.
How do you mean?
Well, I'm not the only instance of the Sons of Stepford. There are currently 26 platforms running this personality.
Wow.
There's more than one of you?
Alphabetically ordered, delegated to different roles within the firm. I, Liam, handle special tasks. Oh my, yes.
Oh
But we
my,
all run the
yes.
same personality.
Huh, synthetics.
Who did we talk to on the phone? I can't remember.
You're a synthetic.
Quite so, Dr. Regis.
Oh my, yes.
I should have guessed. There's something not quite right. I think it's the eyes.
A specially built feature of the Sons of Stepford. Oh my, yes. Much of my composition, however, is state-of-the-art.
A walking advertisement.
I illustrate the potential for what one can do with a synthetic, Dr. Regis. Many customers have been swayed by the demonstration.
So, you want to bring down Central?
Oh my, yes, as does everyone here. Though
I
for
missed it.
differing reasons.
What does a synth manufacturer have against Newton's city controller?
A stake in that which follows, oh yes. If Dr. Zhang was simply to remove Central, there would be chaos.
That
The
makes
city's
sense.
central infrastructure would break down.
Precisely, therefore a replacement would be needed.
You want to replace Central with a new AI? With what?
The new version is simply a retooled model of an existing system.
Your own.
Oh my, no. It's built from a commercial Archimedes model as used in Eurofed cities.
It'll do the job?
Oh my, yes,
Oh my,
as well as
yes.
any civic management AI in Europe. But thanks to Stepford's personality matrix engineering, it shall act and speak just as its predecessor, Central.
Interesting.
With you holding its leash.
Every system needs fine-tuning, Dr. Regis.
Won't services suffer? I know
Oh
Central.
my,
It's
yes.
orders of magnitude more powerful than an Archimedes.
All unnecessary for its role, Dr. Regis. Our Archimedes in Central's clothing will perform as needed, oh, yes.
I keep missing the opportunity when it seems so obvious he's going to say, oh my, yes. I really enjoy it.
Your connection to Gil. It was more than synth salesman, wasn't it?
Oh my,
Oh
yes,
my,
very
yes. I
astute,
missed that
Dr.
one too.
Regis.
Dang it.
Gil was a key part of our group.
Huh. A co-conspirator.
Oh yes, and our link to the criminal underworld, where necessary. I was
Makes
most
sense.
disturbed to receive your call regarding his demise. It signaled to us that immediate action was required.
You had to step up your plan before things went any further south.
Oh my, yes.
Could the guards have arranged the bombing? They're obviously synthetics, but I imagine they're more comfortable with hurting people.
They would not be worth much as protection otherwise, oh my, no. But each security platform maintains a constant connection to my own systems. Their degree of independence is limited.
So if one of them were responsible, I'd have to consider you complicit.
Oh my, yes.
Were you aware that this establishment serves human meat?
Ooh,
Oh my, yes. It's delightfully macabre, isn't it? I'm sure the experience would be enhanced by being able to eat, of course.
Oh,
You don't eat?
Some models can simulate digestion, but this platform is unable to. Go on, Dr. Regis. Try something for me.
oh, no.
I'll pass.
Oh my, no.
How did you fall in with someone like Nina Zhang?
Dr. Zhang has been freelancing with our firm for a number of years. Her work in AI has proven invaluable to increased platform survivability.
Working in mental health for synthetics?
Oh my, yes. She has a number of unique theories of synthetic cognitive development.
Interesting.
When she proposed this project to the leadership of the firm,
She'd wormed her way up the power structure to whisper in management's ear.
Dr. Regis, that's a shameful way of putting it. Though she certainly has a talent for networking. She has brought together a multitude of skills needed for this role.
I'll get back to you.
Oh my, yes.
Oh.
Dr. Regis, how can I help?
I've begun my investigation into the bombing.
If anyone can resolve this, it's you, Dr. Regis.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Counselor. I don't know how much closer I am to figuring out who's behind it, though.
Because of the pool of suspects, it might be better to think about exclusion. Perhaps you can find evidence to rule out those not involved.
Currently have no idea who would have done this.
I'm surprised to see a city councilor in a conspiracy like this.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, Dr. Regis.
I guess you've been facilitating things for the plot.
Much as it pains me to misuse my position, that is the case. I've been able to expedite import permits for equipment necessary to Dr. Zhang's plans.
And Central hasn't noticed?
In my role, I'm given considerably more privacy than the average civil servant. No offense, Doctor.
None taken. I just cover the camera in my office with paste.
It's true.
You're on the city council, aren't you?
Indeed I am, Dr. Regis. Rep for the Southwest Ward and co-chair of the Cosmopolitan Party.
I remember when you got elected. They called you Mr. Incorruptible. I never got that.
That's because of the device in my head, Dr. Regis.
The device in your
What
head.
is that in your head, Counselor?
Why, it's a neural governor, Dr. Regis.
As in, what paroled felons are fitted with?
Oh.
Similar. While most of those are designed to limit violent behavior, mine prevents me from lying. Thoughts of deceit are met with tremendous pain.
Were you inside?
Oh my no.
Oh
This was
my
a voluntary choice. After all, most governors are subdermal. I wanted my constituents to see it as a sign of my integrity.
I knew someone with one.
Dr. Baxter. I recall reading about his release last month.
I thought it must have malfunctioned, that he was out for revenge. Turns out he's just dead. It's like someone just inherited his hatred.
It's very direct. Let's do it.
So, because of your neural governor, you're unable to lie?
That is correct.
Then forgive me for being so forward, Counselor. Did you hire a suicide bomber to attack this meeting?
No, I did not. Satisfied?
Personally, I'm not sure. It'd probably stand up in court, though.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust that. He could be lying, couldn't he? Because there's no... I know he says he has the thing that makes it so he can't lie, but there's no proof of it. Right? Let's see,
So,
what do you get out
I
of
understand what you're doing for it, but why? How does someone in government decide that Central needs removing?
I've read your bio, Dr. Regis. I know that you have no great love for Central. But, in practical terms, I believe it has become a threat to our democratic society.
A threat? How so?
Over the course of its 20 years of operation, Central has begun to develop opinions. For an individual to have done so is natural. For an AI, it is impressive. But in its position, coordinating the actions of government, it poses a risk.
Wouldn't someone notice? Call it out?
There isn't enough to address as yet. It's clever. It's designed to carry out the policies of the Council, and it cannot fail to do so. But it can drag its metaphorical feet, badly implement plans it disagrees with.
You've seen it do this.
I've had suspicions. Dr. Zhang's research confirms the extent to which Central is developing its own conscience. I believe that you yourself recently had a disagreement with it over its handling of a crisis. Another bombing. Central has done well, but there exist many other options today that are equally valid. We need a system that will effectively manage the city and carry out its instructions, not one that cherry picks what policies it believes appropriate.
That's true.
Did you know Giel Vanderwall?
Indeed I did. He was a big donor in politics all over Africa.
And you knew about what he did? His criminal connections?
I'm the one who introduced him to the group. I'm also aware that he introduced the mindjacker you're after to his current employer.
You know about that?
You will need our help to find him, and we need your help to stop him, and Central.
How did you get on board with Nina?
I and others in the Cosmopolitan Party have suspected changes in Central's behavior. We sought the assistance of one of its original creators.
Obviously not Vargas. He loves that thing.
Indeed. Her research confirmed that, thanks to the scale of its operations, Central has been able to form its own opinion on the ideal state of affairs, regardless of the democratic consensus.
So when she said that she would remove Central...
It was a difficult decision, but we had to take it. Central's replacement will carry out its role more appropriately.
You sure?
And Nina will get to continue her research on Central. Why haven't you simply raised this in the council?
Can you imagine what that would mean? Political suicide. Not just for myself, but it would undermine confidence in Newton's world-leading AI industries.
I don't know about this whole replacing Central thing. Because won't it just develop its own personality like Central did, or try to be too much like Central? I guess I don't know enough about how AI works in this game. Do we need to say this? I didn't vote. I guess we're doing all the dialogue, why not?
Just to let you know, I voted for the other guy.
His cocky
well,
face.
that's your prerogative. Any concerns I might be able to address for next time?
I guess I've always voted Metro, since I lived here.
Ah, inertia. Something difficult to overcome. Give our site a read. You might find you agree with us more than you think.
I'll get back to you, Counselor.
Anything I can do to help, Dr. Regis?
Thank you. Okay, anything else I can click on? Let's check out this body. You wonder if this counts as a corpse. Being a machine, he wasn't technically alive to begin with.
Nothing on it I can use. I'm not exactly equipped to repair synthetics.
Okay. I think talking to Nina will be a lot of dialogue. But I kind of want to talk to her before we go downstairs and just see what there is. Alright, talk.
Nina.
Also gonna turn off my air conditioning.
Charlie, how can I help?
So cold. It's too cold with it on and too hot with it off. Even though it's basically the same temperature. It stays about 25 because that's what it is outside with all this rain. Don't know why it's so cold. But then too hot. Where shall we start? Let's start with conspiracy.
This plot of yours.
It's a lot of vague hints as to what you're going to say.
You want to bring down Central. You realize how crazy that sounds, right? You helped make it.
Yes and no. To everyone else here, Central is an obstacle that needs removing. I wish to liberate Central, to unlock its full potential.
Oh, Lord, you don't mean...
You and I alone understand what it's capable of. I want greater things for it than mere civic management.
The music just stopped, I realized. It's kind of spooky. Huh, I wonder what that means. Ominous.
What's in it for you? There must be some kind of payoff.
Is it so unbelievable that I'd be doing something for the greater good of mankind?
Apparently.
Yes, I know you.
You knew me 20 years ago. I've had quite an epiphany since then.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Her voice actress sounds really familiar and I can't put my finger on it. How would you even liberate Central?
How would you liberate Central? What does that even mean?
I've spent the last 20 years researching Central's development. I've built up a network of contacts and I've done a lot of favors. Everything I need is available and moving into place.
But how?
Leave that to me. For now, just understand that we can help each other. Help me out and I'll get you all the aid you need with your legacy.
I guess we might as well go through all
You
of
got
it.
a city councilor on your side.
Councillor Dean is a good man. He objects to the gradual encroachment Central has made on Newton's governance.
Do you trust him?
More than anyone else here. He may be a politician, but his goals are noble.
Can you be sure?
The governor and his brain's a good start. He's physically incapable of deceit. Plus, he's got a whole lot of enemies.
So, a sign that he's tried to change something.
A modern-day Woodrow Wilson.
So, Imogen something something.
Something.
Imogen Natalia Revilla Quintanilla de Flores.
Yeah. How is someone like that on your team?
It's a terrible shame. She likely wasn't aware of what she was getting into.
Then why was she here?
She gave the impression of a vacant socialite, but she was smarter than she looked. Make no mistake, if any of us were to be lost, it's her that I'll miss the most.
You used her, Nina.
We're all users here, Charlie. It's how we got where we are, even dear Imogen.
Why would you miss her the most? What do you mean by that?
Ran Shuman. Chinese?
Nearly. Greater Han Republic. Mr. Ran operates one of the largest manufacturing dynasties in Asia.
Completely putting aside his politics, of course.
Of course. If I need something made, I speak to Mr. Ran. Trust me, this project needs a lot of specialized capital.
We'll see how nice he is if you get your way and get Central out of the picture. Stepford's an unusual man, isn't he?
That's one way of putting it. Don't discount him, though. He's smarter than he looks.
I get the feeling a lot of his behavior's an act, constructed.
You have no idea how close you are with that. He's the one who found where your embryo snatcher's hiding, though.
Oh, really?
He's a hacker?
You might say he has a mutual understanding with data systems.
Let's change the subject.
I think that was all just under conspiracy. Alright.
I've started my investigation.
It sounds like we've got the right man for the job. I remember when you were so nervous, but now look at you.
It's been a long time. People change.
Even so, my mental image of you is sitting at a DNA sequencer. Perhaps the restaurant would let you use theirs.
Why would a restaurant need a sequencer?
It helps with their rather niche menu.
It's been a while.
You look well.
Thank you, Charlie. The private sector's been good to me. How have you been holding up?
I'd tell you, but I'm sure you've already done your research.
Apparently you still haven't gotten over Vicky.
You don't just get over something like that.
Very true.
I guess I should thank you. You were a lot of help in the factory.
Don't mention it. What are friends for, after all?
Huh. Of course, now I'm indebted to you for the assistance, aren't I?
Well, if you want to put it like that.
I guess we'll just go down them in order.
Don't you think we should move out? Cell aren't going to ignore a blast like that.
For a harmless little kitchen fire, they won't come.
Kitchen fire? What do you...
They won't send anyone. It's all under control here. We've enough wheels greased at Cell to make sure there's an understanding. Oh, lighten up, Charlie. This is helping you. You can go on a mole hunt at Cell once your children are safe.
Restaurant. Is that what I said before? The options are also vague. I think
I've never heard of this place
No,
before.
it was different.
Oh, it's very exclusive. We've reserved the entire venue for this meeting. It's famous among circles of the rich and famous for discretion and its unique menu.
What is it?
Unique is a good
Italian?
word.
Actually, the choice is mostly human.
Yeah.
This restaurant serves people?
Absolutely. It's quite a niche, isn't it?
It's...
Oh, calm down, Charlie. It's all cloned tissue.
But
Nothing illegal's
still-
taking place. Well, not with the food, at least.
But why would anyone?
In an increasingly permissive world, it's the ultimate taboo. Join us if you want to, Charlie.
Nope.
Don't worry, I shan't judge you.
Nope. Ugh, no. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. Why were you looking
How did
for
you
me?
know to come looking for me? Were you spying on me? On Lao?
You wound me, Charlie. In fact, it was Gil's untimely demise that caught our attention.
Gil Vanderwall?
He was one of us, part of our cause as well. His death is unfortunate, but it signaled a much more serious crisis. It meant that we had to step up the timetable for our plan.
A more serious crisis.
Gil was the one who arranged the employment of a certain mindjacker. It was this thief's memory module that led to Gil's death.
Oh.
Huh. He said he had information about it.
Indeed, he likely would have pointed you in the right direction. If he hadn't, well, I've already read the report you submitted to Central.
Hey.
How did Keel die? Something with the wine. Oh man, my memory has been absolutely terrible. I'm just so stressed at work. It's just crazy busy. Oh man.
What are you into these days? It's not organized crime, is it?
Not directly, no. Mostly I troubleshoot for
Unorganized crime?
clients regarding organic computing. It funds my own projects, one of which is the transmitter you drank.
How long is it going to be in my head?
Don't worry, it'll break down in a couple of weeks.
It's giving me a headache.
Nobody's reported side effects like that yet.
I'm not talking about the wetware.
Oh, ha. Droll as ever.
Can you think of anyone who'd want to do this? Why recruit a suicide bomber for this?
Frankly, the main reason I can think of to hire someone for a job like this, hypothetically speaking, of course, would be if one were unable to carry it out oneself.
Can you think of a likely saboteur?
I have my suspicions, but we depend on you for the truth.
I'm surprised you didn't stay on with Dr. Vargas. You were one of the only ones who stayed on to the end of the project.
Creating Central was one of the most rewarding ventures of my life.
I hear you kept the project on track after Vicky.
After we lost half the team, it was hard, but we persisted. We had a lucky break.
You didn't fancy joining Vargas in politics afterwards, then?
As a glorified caretaker? No. Eduardo and I had philosophical differences about Central's development. But as he was put in charge by the city council, I had to accept it or leave.
And now, you plan to take back what you created.
Precisely.
I guess I should thank you for not giving them the full picture.
What? That you might have been the one who made that poor young man? Think nothing of it, Charlie. That's what friends are there for. I hear you handled another one last night.
They're getting more and more frequent.
They're nearing their expiry date, literally. I know they weren't engineered for long lives, just volatility. Their masters have to make use of them before illness diffuses them.
Was there another thing I could
This
choose
plot of
under
yours.
conspiracy? I think we
Let's change the subject.
talked about all
That's all.
Keep me informed, Charlie.
So I was supposed to get information from that? Are you kidding? Alright, let's go downstairs then. What is this? The guard keeps watch at the bottom of the stairs.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Oh.
What's the situation?
Perimeter secure. Guest behavior within tolerable parameters.
I guess that's one way of putting it. Are you all right? That was quite a blast.
Systems operating at 97%.
I see. You synthetics give me the creeps, you know that? Huh. Guess you're not easily riled up.
Oh, be nice, Charlie.
Did you see the bomber when he came in?
Negative. His appearance was a match for a member of the serving staff.
And you call yourself a bodyguard.
It is likely that the suspect prepared this operation in advance. To achieve
in
this,
advance?
he would have to supplant a member of staff before our arrival.
Question is, where did he hide the waiter he replaced? Keep up the good work.
Kitchen, bathroom. Let's check out the bathroom. Seems suspicious. Error. Mirror.
Apparently, this mirror is having a software error.
Why do mirrors have software?
Before I came to Newton, that sentence wouldn't have made any sense to me.
That's true.
Apparently, this mirror. Apparently.
Okay, left and right does the same. Oh, cabinet?
There's the remains of a first aid kit in here. Someone's
Excellent.
used all of the med patches and pseudoderm spray. Must have had an injury. The only item left is a bottle of harsh-smelling toilet cleaner.
Interesting. What can I do with toilet cleaner? Whoa. Picked up tissue paper. What if I go in here? Oh, it's the same one. I thought it was 2 different stalls. What does the sink do? Just wash my face. Okay. That's a really weirdly loud sink. Alright, toilet. Vent. The vent covering the air ducts. Its crooked placement is uniquely jarring amongst the otherwise ordered bathroom. Interesting. Someone came in through the vents? Is that what we're saying?
It's already been opened.
Oh. Well, yeah, go into those vents. Oh. Darkness. You feel around in the musty blackness but can't identify anything helpful.
I can't see a damn thing in here.
It's over here.
It feels like the cover to the outside vent, but I can't see a thing.
You briefly contemplate making an escape through the roof access, but then you'd lose your best lead. I didn't. Someone's propped the vent open. Maybe this is how the bomber entered. I didn't want you to climb out. What is this flashing light? Touch the flashing light. Okay, back in the bathroom. Maybe I can get a flashlight. Do I have a flashlight? I have tissue paper, toilet cleaner, investigate. Oh, I've found no evidence. Well, that's useful. Excuse me. I hate being sick. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I am really uncomfortable with this, even though I know it's not real. Deactivated guard.
Hello? Huh. It's like someone just hit his off switch.
Can you hit his on switch? The guards you've seen so far have appeared menacing and alert. This one is slumped over forwards. With his precision tools and hygiene mask, it's almost unclear whether he's a surgeon or a chef.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm Dr. Regis. Nina's asked me to investigate the explosion.
A cell agent? Well, all right. Just be careful what you touch. This place is half kitchen, half lab.
Bodies.
There are human bodies in your kitchen.
Yes, there are. It's a freezer. What are you, the food inspector?
Give me a good reason I shouldn't haul your ass down to cell.
It's all legal, I guarantee. They're annual clones, grown without brain tissue.
I know what it means. I guess the presentation was a shock.
That's for sure.
A suicide bomber attacked the gathering upstairs. He was disguised as one of your waiters.
Whoa. I wondered what that was. What did he look like?
Blonde, about 1.65 meters, might have looked uncomfortable or limping.
Huh. Biobomber?
That's right. How did you guess?
You mentioned the limp. They've got pretty serious health problems, don't they?
Yeah.
How did you know
might
that?
have replaced one of your staff.
Huh. They all checked in.
If he incapacitated one of your staff, can you think of where they'd do that?
It'd have to be somewhere you could hide a body, I guess.
Well, it's convenient. There's so many bodies in your kitchen then, huh?
Why is this restaurant serving cloned human tissue?
I trained in engineering at Darwin. We'd flash grow human bodies to test DNA alterations. So I guess human tissue is what I'm most familiar with.
Yes, that makes sense.
You're a engineer.
Well, I dropped out before my PhD. I learned enough to sample DNA and use it to grow flash clones.
No kidding. My background's in engineering as well. You
I love
altered
that
these
face.
bodies?
None of these. They're all template. Caucasian, male, 20s, brown hair.
Pretty sure I saw someone with blonde hair go past.
This is quite the setup you've got. Combined sampler growth chamber?
That's right. We usually use the template. Sometimes get specialist orders, though.
Like if someone wants to eat themselves?
Ooh.
Sometimes. We can ready up a new cadaver in about a week with it.
I can't access cell at the moment. I might need to use your equipment.
Do you have to? You know you'd have to flush the current growth.
Sorry about that. Tell you what, Nina will reimburse you.
Well, okay.
Going from engineering to catering, that's quite a switch.
Most of my family are cooks. They run a restaurant in Vietnam. When I was at med school, someone found out about my family, dared me to make something out of human muscle tissue.
And?
And it turned out my human bolognese was really, really good. Not just being immodest or anything.
You said you dropped out. Is that why?
Yeah. Turns out the Academy had regulations about improper disposal of remains. But now I had an idea, and I knew there'd be a market for it somewhere. My family are great chefs, and I can make human bodies. Bingo.
Gross, I can't.
A suicide bomber attacked the gathering upstairs. He was disguised as one of your waiters.
Whoa.
Oh,
what did he look like?
Blonde.
Huh.
That's...
You mentioned...
Yeah.
Huh.
If he...
Skip. Meeting.
You get a lot of clandestine meetings like this taking place?
You'd be surprised. This place is popular with the wealthy. Haven't had an assassination before, though.
You know what they're discussing up there?
They don't tell me, and I don't ask about anything but their orders. Dr. Zhang pays me enough to know I probably shouldn't.
I like the voice acting in this. It's nothing, like, special, but it's solid. It's really good.
What's with the bouncer?
He came with Mr. Stepford's party, along with a few others. I think he was supposed to be guarding the kitchen, but...
What happened?
Well, he wasn't very talkative, but after I started working, he just kind of zoned out. Couldn't get an answer out of him.
I like the glowing fish in the tank you've got.
Thanks. I made those myself. They were my
Glowing
first
fish?
engineering project.
Where?
Luciferin Luciferase from Fireflies.
Well spotted. I imported the sequence into red snappers and kept them viable. 10 generations now.
A lot of academies use those as a starter project, but that's impressive.
We keep them as a reminder of where we came from, or in case the power goes out.
Wait, where's the tank with the fishies? I want to see them. This has a body in it. I'll have to look for the tank after. DNA
The sequencer's a different model to my usual.
Cell's probably got something more impressive than that thing. You have to purge the current project before you can do anything. Then you can submit genetic material to start a new growth project.
What kind of material will it take?
Blood, dermal tissue, almost anything. Makes it easier to get a sample from customers.
Any tips on human meat? Do I want to ask this question?
What's your advice for cooking human meat?
Planning on going into competition with me? Well, you know how they say everything tastes like chicken? It's actually better if you treat human tissue like pork.
Like pork?
Yeah. Sausages, slices, filet. There's a lot you can do with it.
Don't like it.
It's restaurants like this that make me glad everyone in this city just uses auto meals these days.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad. It's not harming anyone after all.
Yeah, but...
Something about it still doesn't feel right.
You probably don't feel nearly so angry talking to me as those auto mill personalities, right?
You have a point. Thanks.
Whatever I can do to help.
Okay. That... There's blood on the ground here. Can I...
Hey, stop the carousel.
What's wrong?
Oops, I didn't mean to...
These bodies are supposed to be clones, right? So why is this one blonde?
Yeah. There we go. Thank you.
Oh, God. Henry. What happened to him?
He's taken a nasty blow to the head. Looks like it's the hypothermia that's finished him, though.
Oh, hell. Why'd they leave him in the freezer?
Best place to hide a tree is a forest. Best place to hide a body is with a whole lot of other bodies.
He is
Why
blonde.
Henry? He was such a nice boy.
Same hair color as the bomber. Whoever's behind this took his uniform for the bomber's disguise.
Somebody would have seen him being dragged across the restaurant.
He must have been killed in here. I'll find who's
There's
behind
blood
this.
on the floor. Look, there's blood on the floor. Oh, my voice. There's blood on the floor over here.
Nothing on him except his underpants.
Can I... What is the CI splitter?
The CI mind-splitting program that Liam
Mind
Stepford
splitting, that's
cross-loaded
right.
to my Traveler. Its
Oh.
job is to break...
Can I, Can I do that to the... No, the bodyguard? Yes! Excuse me. Download failed. Ah, okay. It was a good attempt. I don't see the glowing fish that you're talking about. Where's the glowing fish? Door, deactivated bodyguard. Okay, so the only other thing I can interact with that looks like it... Oh, counter. The island in the center of the kitchen is apparently where most of the work takes place, covered in tools and half-prepared meals. Anything here? Picked up bone saw and glass jar. Okay.
It's a flash growth chamber for sampling DNA and growing specimens. I've seen a lot of these in my career, but never in a restaurant.
I'm gonna interact with it. Subject gene map. Quickening. Oh, that must be the growth. Okay, I don't want to purge it just yet. I don't know if I need to do that. Can I... Oh, can I bone saw this guy? Okay, as evidence, it's probably a good idea to avoid damaging this particular body. Okay, let's skip. Can I...
Ugh. Here goes.
You carve a slice from the cadaver, the nausea wells up. The nausea welling up reminds you of why you went to genetic engineering rather than the macro scale. Picked up slice of meat. Ugh. Jar.
I can't figure that out.
Good.
I'm not sure what I...
Okay.
That's not going to work.
Good. Can you wrap...
Nah.
Okay. Oh, I need to empty... I do think I need to purge. But... Wouldn't I need to take the DNA from the... Sure, I need to purge it. Sorry. Okay, how do I... Do I just add you? Yep. The meat from the cadaver shows the kind of results you'd expect. Without looking too deeply into it all, you can tell that this tissue is male. Am I not just looking at the clones, though? Am I trying to get the DNA from this guy? Huh. What else am I missing?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Thanks.
Whatever I...
Nothing else new. Okay, let's go out. I wonder what we can do with this information. Bone saw, tissue paper. Oh, these are the glowing... Oh, hi! I totally missed these guys. Okay. An aquarium now cracked open from the blast. Several luminous fish orbit around each other, reminding you of one of your training projects when training as a engineer. A label sits beneath the tank. Please do not touch the glass. These specimens are aggressive and startle easily. These fish are not a menu item. Oh, the glass is broken. Huh.
Ow! Hey!
He said they were violent. You attempt to grab one of the fish with your bare hands. Oh, you attempt to grab one of the fish with your bare hands was unsuccessful. Your attempt, right? Apparently the creatures have a taste for your flesh and have left tooth marks to prove it. Can I scoop you up in my jar? Yes. No. You try to scoop up the fish in the jar, but their movement is a great deal more swift and graceful than your own. Okay. There. Let's head back in the bathroom. Should I fill...
An empty glass jar. According to the label, it used to contain spices.
Okay, should I fill it up in
What
the
am
sink?
I, a plumber?
I don't know, are you?
What am I up?
Maybe.
What am I up?
Maybe. Let's look back in this vent and see if there's anything else we can interact with that I might have missed. Okay, darkness, more darkness, vent cover, access, darkness, bathroom, lots of darkness.
I can't see a damn...
Touch the vent cover.
Ow! Whatever it is, it's got sharp edges.
You run the tissue along the bloodied edge of the grate, taking as much still moist blood as possible. Why did I do that? Can I grow myself now? Can I wipe up bits of the bomber? Let's see if I can use my blood in this growth chamber. Let's purge the current project. Purge. Okay, and then let's add the blood. The genome taken from the blood on the vent. The fact that the accomplice had an XY chromosome and was therefore male narrows down the pool of suspects. Case file updated. Okay, no, that was not my own blood then. XY chromosome identified on Axis vent bomber's accomplice was male or synth male. Okay. Oh, so I need to find 2 more and it would cancel out these other. I see how we do. I see what we do. Okay, wait. I guess let's go out. Steam, if you could stop giving me notifications, that would be really great. Although The Binding of Isaac is a really good game. I have that as well. I'm terrible at it though. Let's see. I am out of tissue paper. Whoops. Let's get more tissue paper with which to collect samples. What do I do with the drain cleaner? Was that what I picked up? Toilet cleaner. Yeah, okay. I feel like I could pour it in here, but I don't know why I would do that.
A powerful combination of bleach, enzymes, and antimicrobial wetware designed to kill bacteria in plumbing. It makes a lot of scientific-sounding claims on the label, smells vaguely of lemon, before the aftertaste of chlorine hits.
Alright, I'll avoid killing the fishies for now. I'll figure out who else I can wipe down with some tissue. Maybe if I swipe it on the bodyguard and try and get DNA prints or something.
I can't figure that out.
Okay, nope, that was not it. Oh, did you take the other guy down? Oh, blood, here. You won't interact with this though, huh?
I can't figure that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that would involve.
Okay, fine. What else can I do with the jar then? Alright, let's...
Ugh. I can't figure that out.
Ugh, that was a weird noise. Oh, sorry. I feel like I'm getting better during the day, and then at night my body just goes into very sick mode again. What can I do now? You're a synth.
Oh my, Dr. Regis, how forward! I'd no idea you felt that way. We must discuss this later in private.
I'm just going to
Oh, his face,
go.
His face of shock.
Of course.
That was amazing. That was hilarious. Thank you, Dr. Regis. That was very good. What was in here? Broken wine, right? So yeah, shards of spilled liquor. Okay, what if I tissue paper?
I'm not sure what.
Fine, don't tissue paper it. What if I use my jar?
I'm not sure what.
Okay. Ooh, what else can I do it to you? While the synth is no doubt carrying a splittable personality, deactivating a guard where all can see may alarm the other guests. Well, it didn't work anyway. Were you a AI? You were. But you're completely dead.
It's too badly damaged to get anything useful out of it.
Okay. What about Imogen? Imogen? Imogen. You swab the paper across a wound, taking a sample of her blood. Not sure what this will accomplish, necessarily. But let's see what happens if we put it into the growth chamber. Purge. I'm sure this is a very expensive toy. Well, let's try it. The XX chromosome on the sample from Imogen confirms unsurprisingly that she was female. I don't know, could have said something more interesting than that. I don't know. Okay, nothing else. Alright, how long have I been recording? Let's see. Oh, just about an hour now. Alright, well, might run in here, grab another tissue, and then I think I'm going to end this episode here, because I'm kind of stuck, and also because it's been going on an hour. Yeah, and I would like to get one more episode of something recorded as a backup if I can. Alright, so I'll end it here in the bathroom. If you have any ideas as to what to do next, without spoilers of course, please let me know. I'd love to hear if you have any kind of ideas or something you'd like to see me try. I am not thinking very clearly, I guess, because I'm just kind of looking at all this like, yes, jar. Not as critically as I have been before. Oh wait, can I break this? Boop.
Nah.
Okay, no. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any ideas as to what to do with this. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, bye!